Hello everyone, welcome to our English program. In here, we are going to talk about our plans to build a language courses business in the EFL industry. Before we jump to our presentation, I would like to introduce our group member. There are Natalia Dananti, Bulan Purwita Ningrum, myself, Aludia Malina, Feby Biwi, and the last is Potrik Galurisma. After we conduct surveys and interviews to 8 students in several language courses, there are positive and negative impacts for our business. First, we will discuss the positive impact on our business, and it will be explained by my friend Wulan.
So we are going to talking about the positive impacts of the EFL industry trends for our business. So for the first positive impact is most of the language trainings in the EFL industry are expensive, especially for the well-known institution. Sometimes they put really high prices for their programs. So here we have an opportunity to promote ourselves that our language training offers affordable prices for our programs. So at here we have a goal that we want to share and help someone or learners who really want to learn English, and then sometimes they worry about the prices, about how they pay the programs. So here we want them to focus on their learning, not about the prices. So at here we teach them, we help them to learn English without looking for money. And then for the second impact is most of the language trainings in the EFL industry don't offer outdoor activity. So as we know that learning activity in the classroom sometimes are boring. And then at here we want to provide something new that is about outdoor activity. So at here not only about refreshing activity but also learning. At here, so learners can practice what they have learned in the classroom into a real world situation. So for instance, they can implement their speaking skill into a real world conversation. And then for the third impact is some of the language training in the EFL industry don't provide consultation for students and parents. As you know that students have a problem especially for the academic problems. Sometimes they are shy or feel anxious or worry when they are talk about their academic problems. So here we want to help them to solve their problems, to give them some advices to solve their problems. And then for the parents consultation at here, sometimes parents confused about English for the future. Is English really important for their future, for their child future? So here parents can share their worry or they worried and talking about their child, if their child are competent for English, but there is a problem on there, so they can share and find some advices from our expert at here. And then for the last impact is most of the language trainings in the EFL industry don't offer an application to monitor learners' progress. As we know, some of language training doesn't provide an application or report what about the progress of the learners' progress on their language training. So at here we provide an application for parents to monitor their child about their progress and the result after they learn English in our language training.
After we talk about positive impacts, there are also negative impacts that affect our business. The first negative impact is, as we know, EFL courses like EF, BBC, and LIA, they already have big names. Therefore, our business must work harder to build and gain existence in society, such as offers many interesting programs and the benefits of taking our language courses. The second is EF offers international programs which provide an opportunity for learners to learn and interact with native speakers. The international program is very good and interesting for English learners. And of course, it will give a negative impact for us because we have to work hard to get a connection with other countries and find a lot of sponsorship to support our language courses. And the third negative impact is LIA offers another language program such as Mandarin and Korean classroom. It gives a negative impact on our business images because with another language programs, society might think that our language training is not providing a lot of programs and facilities. So for example, if the students want to learn English and Korean, then the potential for these learners will choose LIA over our language courses. The fourth impact for our business is BBC provides scholarship for excellent students. BBC has sufficient networks and funding to provide scholarship. Here, our business has to find a lot of sponsorships which help us financially. And the last impact for our business is BBC has native speakers, which makes students interested in learning directly from native speakers. And it also great for the students, of course. Therefore, if we want to have native speakers, we should have a good relation with native speakers and provide funding to them at high prices.
Target of students will be explained by me, Feby. In this part, we will create our language training in Central Java in Semarang. We accept students around 16 until 18 years old, and our language training also provide all English skills such as reading, speaking, listening, and writing. And our purpose is for grading language training based on student needs. The first one is students want to be able to boost their confidence in speaking English. And the second one, students want to be able to communicate with English fluently in formal and in informal settings. And the third, students want to enrich their vocabularies. And the last, students want to be able to pass their English test and UN or national examination. And in our language training, we have some programs which are divided into two types. And the first type is general English for senior high school. And the second type is conversation, which has inside classroom activities and outside classroom activities. In general English for senior high school, we help our students for their school needs. Starting from English test in school until the preparation for national examination UN or UTBK. And to help our students, we provide some activities such as time for discussing UN or UTBK questions from every year. And the second, English exercise based on student need. In general, English for senior high school, we help our students for their school needs, starting from English tests in school until the preparation for national examination or UN and UTBK. To help our students, we provide some activities such as time for discussing UN or UTBK questions from every year, and then English exercises based on student needs, such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. So it means students can improve where they lack in English skills. And then all the materials are based on national standard. And then we also provide exercise books and model. And we teach strategies on how to do English questions quickly and correctly, so students will have enough time to do the examination. And last, we provide extra time for students who will have tests or examination. And these programs are still conducted through a virtual meeting because of this pandemic COVID-19 situation. And let's moving on to conversation activities, and it will be explained by my friend.
Second is conversation. This program helps students to boost their confidence in their speaking English, both formal or informal, fluently with fun learning activities. We also provide two activities. There are classroom activities or inside activities, and outdoor activities or outside activities. In classroom activities program or inside activities program, we have 1. In the beginning of the classroom, the teacher gives 5 minutes for students to have an English conversation about anything. 2. The teacher provides varieties of material. 3. We provide ID and password to access the online materials or ebook. 4. There will be additional activities such as oral presentation once in a month and role-playing once in a week. Also, in this pandemic, this program is still conducted through online meetings. Next is outdoor activities program or outside activities program. We conduct festival where they have to use English in having conversation. There are 3 festivals that we conduct annually. Those are Culture Festival, Tea Time, and Potluck Party. In Culture Festival, this festival is held every July, where students have to introduce culture from around the world. In the session, each class has their own stands where they can sell their merchandise based on the select culture, and they have to present information about the culture using English. This event also held for the public. Second is Tea Time. Tea Time held twice in a year, on March and August. Students will talk about anything in English. They might be talk about their dreams, their favorite culture or food, and etc. They will get free food and beverage, so they can relax while talking to each other. The last festival is Potluck Party. This event is conducted once in 2 months where the students need to bring snack and beverage, and they will review and evaluate their performance in class. Beside Fort Party, we also have One Day with Native Speakers, or online activities. This event is held once in 6 months through online meetings. The students have a chance to communicate with the native speakers that we have invited.
For the last part is about the facilities that are provided by our language training. The first one, there will be a placement test before joining the class. This can help the students to determine their language skills level, so we know which part or lesson that should be taught to them. Next, we provide online learning classes for students. While this pandemic, all the classes are conducted online, so the learning can be done by Zoom meeting, phone call, Google Meet, and etc. We also provide an application where parents can monitor their child learning activities, progress, and results. Fourth, we provide a consultation for students and parents that talk about academic areas, especially in English. So, if the students face difficulties in learning English, they have right to consult with the teachers, and the teachers will help them as best as they can. We will give an appreciation and certificate at the end of the year. So after students can pass the level, they can get a certificate from our language training. We also provide exclusive facilities such as air condition in each class, canteen, library, projector, discussion room, computer lab, auditory, and also free Wi-Fi. We offer highly qualified teachers. The teachers here are competent in English, and they are all have a high school diploma or master degree. They also have knowledge about the classroom management, curriculum, and also know how to handle their students. The teachers also monitor students' progress through their exam results. The teachers conduct a learning style test at the beginning to determine the appropriate learning method for students. So from the test, teachers know what the best method they can use for teaching each individual. Attractive teachers. Teachers here have been trained to teach young learners, especially students from age 7 to 17. Transparent financial matters. We give the details at the beginning of the language course program. We also provide discounts, but terms and conditions are applied. So this is the end of our presentations. I hope this presentation will be useful for you. Thank you for your attention.